Okay. Just gonna mainly be playing Borderlands and Diablo tonight. I don't really feel like playing GTA Red Dead Session right now. I technically already did. I was finishing up on the dailies for the Xbox version, but I just don't feel like playing it right now. Fucking home enough. But yeah, I'm gonna basically be doing this for a little bit, just some filler arc bullshit. Gonna lower the volume just a little bit. Put it to 2, I guess. I actually messed up on the waypoint system because for some reason it did not show the underpass. I think that's what it's called, the other area where you normally get it with the grenade jump. Or if you progress far enough in the story you get that, so I was kind of annoyed at that. So I actually did lose a legendary. I didn't think to like drop it on the other character, but it's whatever. Would have been able to use it for a while, but like I said, it's whatever. I'm just crying over spilt milk, I guess, as they say, but I'm actually going to do some chest farming, I guess, while I'm doing this. I actually looked up online where one is in this area, and it's actually right there. So I'm going to be utilizing that for a little bit. Hopefully get some good pulls, I guess. I'm also utilizing this caustic shotgun that's like really good. Also learned that the corrosive actually not only poisons the enemy, but also makes them take more damage. So it's kind of like the slag from Borderlands 2, but actually kind of useful, I guess. There might be some enemy types that are immune to it, but I didn't run into it. Here we go. Basically, this will give me a chance to not only stock up on weapons and shit, but also potentially sell them for money. Also means doing quite a bit of saving and quitting. I know you can do side quests, but fuck it. I'll save that before I move on. I can't even do them all right now anyway. Probably once I get to the Crimson Fastness, I think it's called. That's when you can basically do all the side missions in one fell swoop. If you're like keeping score. Huh. Alright, I'll use this for now. Any useful class mods? Probably not. No. But yeah, I'm more than likely gonna want to try to at least finish up on Diablo 3, get to the third act. At least. Because I'm still on Act 2. But I definitely got my loadout down now, so I should be able to get through the rest of the game no problem. Okay, let's see what they got. Small shock burst. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, you motherfucker. There we go. Fuck you. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, fuck me. Oh, I wanted to respect anyway really quick. Again. Shit. Yeah, I think the white chests are like they're not guaranteed to spawn. I kind of don't get that, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Just mainly hoping for something useful. Apparently, the wiki says there's also one on the party boat. I guess you'll probably head there, I guess, but that would take a little bit too long, in my opinion. So I'll probably just stick around here, I guess. I could try, I guess. I'll do like one run, I guess. I still can't believe that Borderlands 3 had to change the name of midgets to tanks. It just sounds really retarded. It's like people apparently find that word offensive now. I honestly don't even get it. First of all, they're basically like homicidal maniacs, so why the hell should they be respected? Second of all, it's a fucking game. I don't know, people are just like really stupid at times. I don't get people sometimes. And here's the party boat. The most outdated meme I think I've seen in a while. I think like maybe 5 people actually remember it. Like, let's be honest here. I don't think people actually remember the I'm on a boat meme. Alright, I'm going to switch to tangent for a second. Yes, that's the name of this scene that I use on OBS Classic is Tangent. Very witty and creative XD, I know. Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing Game Pass shit. That's basically it. Nothing too special. Alright, let me just move this and put the game back on screen. There we go. I somehow almost fucked that up. Somehow. Nice. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll make another run for here, I guess. Why not? Actually, enemies have more XP, I guess. Fuck it. I was gonna use the thing to fill my ammo, but I'll wait until I load back in, I guess. Not a big deal. Actually a transfusion, but I might hold off on that. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that, whatever. At least I can go back and sell the shit. I might take the alternate path just so I can get the next level. So that'd actually be better. Oh wait, I got another one. I don't know if it's any better though. Yeah, this is actually even better. I don't know why I got a level 16. Yeah, this one is like way better. I'm gonna hang on to that. I'll sell this for a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna take the alternate path just so that I can get other shit. There we go. Wow, mowing him down like flies. 5 areas later. Why is it only doing 1 damage? This is bullshit. Shit, I went the wrong way. Oh my god, that picture is so fucked. Jesus Christ. Talk about cocking it. Jesus. That's so fucked. Alright, let's try this again. Might do one more run, I guess. And I'll move on to Diablo 3. Yeah, I'll do this last run and then I'll do some Diablo 3, I guess. Sorry for not really talking much, I'm just not exactly in the best of moods at the moment. And also the gameplay is kind of low-key engaging, so it's okay. It's I don't know, just reminds me when games went completely shit, I guess. In a way. I really shouldn't have sold that rocket launcher, to be honest. But I think I definitely more than made up for it, but it's still not exactly wise to sell such a rare type of weapon, I guess. But since I do have quite the dough on me, I'm going to have to see what weapons I can get from weapons vendor. I'll sell my shit and I'll switch over to Diablo. So they got something good at least. Probably not, no. Oh shit! 20% Team X experience. I'll take it. Yeah, I can definitely afford it. Just let me sell the rest of this. Oh, I got 2 of these. What the fuck? Yeah, of course level 25 is a lot better. Of course, Sledge's shotgun, that's obviously top priority. This one too, and pretty sure this is the better one. Yeah. Turbo Matador, gotta go. Here we go. Alright, I'll do just one more quick chest farm to make up for the money that I lost, quote unquote. But then I'm going to definitely move on to Diablo. Like I said, I want to at least get to the end of the second act. Which shouldn't take too long, I don't think. But it's definitely something I want to do at least. Before I turn in for the night. Fuck you. That should be good enough for today. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Well, it's only 4 shells, but still. I can just loot it from here, I guess. There we go. Alright, so I'm all good on ammo. I got a much better setup, and I'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 more levels before I can finally move on to Crom's Canyon. I also low-key forgot to install the Diablo 3 expansion, but I'm not going to sit and wait around for that. I'm just make sure to do it before I actually go to bed. Okay, I gotta do 2 more games. I'll just do Quake 1 and 2, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'll charge this controller at least to make sure it's ready for next time. Alright, let's go. Like I said, I'm going to try to get for the rest of Act 2. So, let me set my network options to offline, get our dogs and monster ready, and well, let's hope that I won't have too much bullshit. I think this might be the Act 2 finale. Nice. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I actually got an achievement. Sweet. Ah, shit. I gotta drop something. A two-handed mace. That's gonna be a good one. Holy shit. Oh, not enough inventory space to complete this operation. What the fuck? Oh, I know why. It's because I have, it needs two hands. Alright. Got myself, quite the powerful bonker. So stupid. Alright. Let's go fight, what's his name? No, I will not show you the Carfax. You go fuck yourself. Holy shit, that lag. Oh, there we go. Another drawer, but well done. Let's go ahead and salvage all this crap. Here we go. Yeah, let's deposit first. Alright, let's deposit. Not deposit, fucking... You know what I mean. Alright, let's do activate for a bit. Nice. Alright, let's see how good this fucking other thing is. I highly doubt it, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try in stable form in a second. Just let me switch over to, it's at level 59? That's fucking lame. Whatever. Shit. I completely fucked up my, my game plan. Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'm not getting the good shit until way later, so I'll just stick with that, I guess. Double checking. Okay. Shit. I don't know. I think I'll just stick to the healing one, because even if it's not really doing anything, I think it still at least does something. And Angry Chicken, whatever, is, yeah, not very worth it, honestly. It's actually kind of terrible. Whatever, I'll just go back to the healing one. shit, I forgot to light the beacon. Shit. Oh shit. Haven't seen you in session stream in a while. Good to see you. And yes, this is the Xbox 360 version, not the DRM annoying experience that is the PC version. But yeah, I enjoyed Diablo 3. It's, I know people complain about the graphics style, which I guess is kind of valid. But I guarantee you if Blizzard didn't put that DRM shit, I think people would probably grow to enjoy it. I actually bought the battle chest quite a while ago, but I know that the remaster kind of fucked up on the DRM thing in a way. I have it installed on the computer, but I haven't, like, technically gotten around to playing it yet. I could, I don't know. I also have the original Diablo on PlayStation laying around somewhere. It's a fairly interesting port, I guess, but you basically need a whole memory card to save data on it. It's certainly not the worst PC to console port out there, at least, but it does have a 2-player mode, so it's kind of worth it. I also know you can actually transfer your save from the Xbox 360 version to the Xbox One, and same thing with the PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. So, technically vanilla right now, but it's still, because I have the disc version, it has patches and shit, but it's, I enjoy it, honestly. It's very, very chill. Of course, especially with the game having local multiplayer and even having that LAN mode for that old school experience. Hell, you can even play it on the Switch. Probably like the one Diablo game I can actually recommend unironically. Diablo 4 doesn't have that luxury, and yet a lot of people were actually pretty pissed off that the game did not include, that people are pissed off about the DRM shit, but yet it's just in Diablo 4, and yet nobody bats an eye. People are generally stupid. That's mainly one reason why I'm not bothering with Diablo 4 is that online crap. It's I don't think people learned their lesson. I also hate to defend Blizzard, but at least Diablo 3, at least this game in particular, is actually more of a complete product than a lot of games these days, and that's actually pretty sad. And clearly the people who worked on Diablo 3 are either not with the company anymore, or they have much other priorities that need focusing, I guess, in the most annoying way possible. Hell, I'm pretty sure their DC fighting game has more replay value than fucking Overwatch 2. Yeah, Blizzard actually made a fighting game based on DC superheroes, and apparently the Super Nintendo and Genesis versions are kind of different in their own way. Back when, like, game ports or game versions were drastically different compared to one another. Another really dumb thing about that console war shit that I'm kind of glad is mostly been phased out, because that was dumb. Like, even just something like Fatal Fury, for example, or no, not even Fatal Fury, King of the Monsters 2. Yeah, King of the Monsters 2. Most of the home ports are based on the SNK arcade version, where it's like a co-op battle mode, I guess, but in the Genesis version, that's turned into a full-on fighting game. Obviously, it's not as good as, say, like Horde of Monsters or whatever Godzilla game came out around, but it's fairly interesting. They actually turned the game into like a one-on-one fighting game with letting you play as pretty much every monster in the game except for the last boss because they didn't incorporate them. And if I remember correctly, they basically have you fight a special mirror match at the end of the road. Yeah, it's I know this might seem heresy, but I actually was kind of excited for that Perfect Dark game, but I guess with that not being there, I guess I could play Deus Ex and just pretend I'm playing as Joanna Dark, I guess. At least they finally confirmed their fate, I guess, because it was basically in limbo for a long-ass time, and even after they showed gameplay for it, it's, I guess Joanna's Shin was too manly for, the gaming sphere, I guess. But not gonna lose sleep over it. Yeah, the rare remaster or even the PC port, quote unquote. It's that's actually another version of the game I need to start unlocking stuff in, because I don't think everything was unlocked for the get-go. Which is fine, it says. I don't nearly have as much experience with Perfect Dark compared to GoldenEye. If you can believe that. Hell, I rather play Perfect Dark Zero, to be honest. I know the game is not as well liked, but you have the multiplayer mode with bots, and even some of the bots are named after other characters within rare properties, and even the single player in co-op was pretty interesting. Hell, the game was kind of like in Hitman, where when you complete certain levels and you take weapons with you, you can use them in other completed levels, so that was really cool. They basically turned the FAMAS into some other type of weapon that's pretty interesting. The loadout system was really weird, though. Basically, like, some weapons had, some weapons took up space, I guess, and it was really weird. And the aiming was, like, pressure sensitive, which was really annoying. That sucks. I haven't heard about it, honestly. Ever since I kind of not been in the abyss, to be honest, I haven't really been keeping up with any gaming shit. I actually was on there momentarily to get a clip I'm going to post as a 4th of July celebration. I would post it on YouTube, but I don't want any bullshit problems with Viacom or Fox. You'll see in a minute. You might get a kick out of it, to be honest. Oh yeah, the layoffs. That's definitely fucked. But it still doesn't excuse the quality of Doom Dark Ages as a whole. But I guess it's a fandom is infighting. I guess it's partially not excusable, but I guess it partially makes sense, I guess. But I don't want to be an asshole and bring that shit up again, even though Lieutenant already did. But I really haven't been following a lot of, like, mainstream, like, gaming news and shit, because, first of all, I've been busy with things in the real world, and second of all, the Abyss is certainly not worth it, and Blue Sky Software is not worth joining just so I can be yelled at for saying I like Dead Rising 4 or whatever. It's not even worth it. And also, apparently my criticism is not constructive, so if people think that with GTA 6 or whatever, I can't wait for what people would make conclusions for with anything I say lately, so whatever. I didn't want to get into that part, to be honest. It's just, that honestly kind of annoys me. But anyway, hopefully you've been doing well, besides all my pointless complaining, I guess, if you want to call it that. I know there's actually also supposed to be another game that's coming out. I saw that was actually announced. I think it was the Cladoon game, I think it's called. It's actually another game on my backlog that I would like to get around to playing. It's certainly no 3D dot game heroes, but it does have that pixel aesthetic that's primarily on PlayStation PC. It doesn't take up a lot of space. No local multiplayer though, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm sure it'll be a lot better than like whatever From Software puts out nowadays. Oh, that's good. Staying hydrated, of course, is the best medicine. It's been really bad here, honestly. I'm not going to get into too much specifics. I do firmly believe in not oversharing a lot, which is unfortunately, a lot of these locales have a problem with. Like, you don't have to be one of those people that says, oh, I got a really big problem, but then don't really elaborate on it. But, you know, you can always, like, not overshare. Oh, well. It also seems kind of weird I'm, like, playing an outdated version of Diablo 3, but it technically does let you cross-save, or transfer your save to the newer version, so I'm definitely doing that for this purpose. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I posted a picture of the game, Claudune, I think. It's like the one game I'm kind of looking forward to now, except maybe Streets of Rogue 2 whenever that gets out of the demo phase. I'm only really interested in Mortal Kombat Legacy Collections to see if it actually turns out to be a pile of shit. Yeah, exactly. Locals really can't help themselves, and they wonder why their life is such a miserable cesspool. It's a pretty sad story, to be honest, but it's that's why they used to say point and laugh, but don't touch the poo. Hell, there's even like infighting with the low tier god fandom, because they're basically, I guess one of the people within the tractor group is basically pulling a Fred Fucks. And if we know anything about that, that usually never ends well. It's like a really dumb civil war, to be honest. But not to derail the conversation about lolcows, but apparently the Kino Casino was on break, I guess. And actually, one of the comments I saw was actually pretty funny from one of their latest videos, I guess, if you want to call it that. I actually had a pretty good laugh. I'll actually pull it up in a second. Yeah, I'll actually pull it up right now. Catch the feed. Yeah, both sides suck, exactly. Fuck. The low tier god, the chat community is basically going for their version of Fred Fox, and it's dumb. I only mainly like to keep tabs on DSP and maybe Review Tech, because they kind of have that wonderful chemistry, I guess. I don't really care about all the other shit, honestly. Unlike there's like an actual lolcow that plays video games gets pissed off like low tier god, but that's really about it. Okay, here we go. This comment just made me laugh. Day 10 without the casino. I have no choice but to watch YouTube videos featuring mentally healthy, normal, well-adjusted people. This cannot continue. That's actually kind of fucked. But also really funny, too. I mainly make a playlist of, like, the videos I like to watch on replay while I'm doing stuff. Helps pass the time and just not listen to completely stupid shit. Even if I watch it before, it just depends on the video in particular. Yeah, basically. Like, even though I don't really like people, like, under the mail, I don't want to dedicate my whole entire thing to that expired condiment. And I certainly don't want to end up like him, because I want to end up like that song that was used in Duke Nukem Time to Kill, the thing I hate, because that would be really depressing. I don't like to be lumped with the people that aren't exactly positive. Like, you don't have to agree, but, like, don't assume I'm being negative like they are. It's not proper. Like, I don't think I go out of my way to make, like, a review of a game and did it in the same way that Mayo did with, not Keep a Strip. No, fuck, I wish. That'd be really fun if he did a review of that game. But no, with his, Ultra Kill review. But probably the only video of his recently that I thought was fairly entertaining was his, Resident Evil 2 review, because it's like review tech dating nightmares levels of unbelievable. Basically, he kind of doesn't like Resident Evil 2 because at a personal point in his life, apparently his grades weren't good enough, so he wasn't able to play Resident Evil 2, and it kind of made him dislike the game. It's unbelievable. I don't know if Mayo could be considered a lolcow. I just wish that he wouldn't compare everything to Doom Eternal and get mad if it isn't. Like, obviously I love Borderlands, but that doesn't mean every game needs to play like Borderlands. Like, even just playing the original, it's just something I really love about it. I can also enjoy classic Doom as is. Hell, Jet Set Radio Future is basically like a collectathon if you think about it. Doesn't mean every single game needs to play like it. Oh yeah, I've seen that with Synthetic Man, mainly with the Kirsch bullshit, which is really dumb to be honest. And he also did a timed exclusive members only review of Mind's Eye. It's another game that's also getting quite a bit of buzz due to how poor it is, but as I mentioned, the game will probably be loved like with Cyberpunk 2077, even though that game was notoriously glitchy, but maybe we get a couple years of patchwork and we'll just literally change revision history as if the game was great at launch or some bullshit. It's just nonsense. But I don't think Mayo would honestly be in the same league of lolcow as, like, Wings or whatever. He just has really annoying gaming opinions. It's, obviously there's a lot of things I don't agree with him in, but I don't think he would be in the same league as, Wings or even Synthetic Man. He just has really unorthodox takes sometimes. Now, if you were to pull, like, an Ace of Thorn and Quantum, then sure. Like, I'm sure he's gotten a lot of flack with, what the hell was it? His Ultra Kill video, but I don't think he went and, like, pulled, DMCA bullshit on it. Oh, he has actually played with Woody. That's fairly interesting. I don't think I've seen it from Breaking Banquet, though. That's another channel that hasn't uploaded in a while, like, besides, like, compilations and shit. It's like mainly the only channel I can, like, withstand watching, because at least Breaking Banquet, at least in my opinion, makes it funny, and a lot of the troll channels, like, censor swear words, which is really fucking stupid. I know why they do it, it's just they can make money because, you know, advertiser-friendly stuff, but whatever. I just find that really, really dumb. But whatever. But honestly, Lords of the Fallen, I'm not really certain. Like, if I do get the game, I don't know if it has crossplay. I don't think it does, but if I do get it on PS5, I could at least back up saves easier compared to playing on Xbox. I don't know how much bullshit the game's gonna be, but it's I also got to go through AI Limit. So that is a game I do want to put more time into, but it's still a Souls-like, so it's at least it's not annoying, honestly. It's definitely much more easier compared to other games in its genre, but maybe Code Vein 2 might make me interested in it again, But I know a lot of people are going to hate it because it's anime, but last I checked, Dark Souls is basically anime. It's basically what Capcom did for American horror movies, except people don't even understand that because, people don't get it. I think that might be a decent analogy of it, to be honest, because I know that Resident Evil, I think, basically started off as a spoof of American horror movies, but it was made by a Japanese company. You can feel free to correct me on that, but FromSoftware basically took that approach, being a Japanese company, and making a game that's like the Western RPGs, having a lot of anime influence. I guess he just really likes Berserk, which is fine, and at least to give some credit, at least there is difference in characters, like with how Far Cry did shit. Like you have some incarnation of the gargoyles, or the dude that you rescue pretended to be an asshole. I forget his name in Demon Souls, but you have that with Lortek, or whatever his name is. But it's I don't know. It's I just think that Night Rain is probably the biggest example of gaming hypocrites, and I'm pretty sure Kojima is sadly going to be a part of that too. It's I like Metal Gear Solid, but let's be honest, Metal Gear Solid has not had many decent games since maybe Metal Gear Solid 4. Even that game is pretty divisive for a good reason. Like, you can still enjoy it, but to disregard the game's flaws is just why gaming is kind of dying in a way. Oh, I gotta return to the fucking Stronghold. I'm retarded. Wow, sorry about that. OD, huh? Does it stand for overdrive? I know if Death Stranding 2 came out, but I don't really have any interest in playing that, honestly. It is nice that Kojima at least kind of branched off from Metal Gear Solid, but if any other company were to make a game like Death Stranding, people would fucking hate it. But because it's Kojima, they just give it an automatic pass. Just stupid. Kojimbo. Well, I've been kind of critical of Metal Gear Solid 2 in terms of gameplay, but it's I know that at least when Kojima was in his prime, he actually made games or whatever. But like, I don't really know why people are like excited for the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake when you already have the Blue Point version on PC. Yeah, Blue Point, the same people that basically fucked up Demon Souls, but somehow didn't fuck up Shadow of the Colossus. So just play that if you really need your Metal Gear Solid 3 fix, I guess. I'm also pretty sure they did not restore the boss rush mode, even though that was one of the biggest criticisms of that collection. Like, I can get them removing the Ape Escape shit, but I don't think there was anything PlayStation exclusive about that, honestly. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 had it. It was also added in the Twin Snakes, which is funny. But for some reason, that mode did not come back, which is really fucked. Also, not to mention they're actually like adding literally pre-order DLC, and I assume later on DLC skins or whatever. So it's I'm not really nostalgic to Metal Gear Solid 3, but if I want to play for that game again, I'm certainly not touching Delta. Hell, I'd rather go through Metal Gear Ghost Babel, or the Game Boy Color game of Metal Gear, than go through Delta. It's actually pretty good for a Game Boy Color game, even if it's not necessarily canon, but it's basically a mixture of the MSX games but with some elements from Metal Gear Solid. Shadow of the Colossus is fucked up. Oh no, Machiavelli. People consider Shadow of the Colossus to be one of the best games ever. Even though both Blue Point made both Shadow of the Colossus and Demon Souls, they actually did a good job on it. It's just Demon Souls sucks because graphical infidelity and music changes. Even though they're the same fucking company. What are you talking about? Gamers love Shadow Colossus on PS4. People also hate on Medieval because it's the 90s. Jim Sterling told me that, so it obviously must be true. Sons of Kojimbo. Yeah. It's, I still haven't finished playing through VR missions with that collection, unfortunately. Haven't really had much of a drive to, unfortunately. But I feel kind of bad for grinding out Red Dead Online, you know, because people say that I don't play enough online games or whatever, because I gotta play with others, even though I explicitly say I don't get a high with playing against other people. Also, randoms suck, especially trying to do a team-based game. And not everything is as casual as, say, Domination and Black Ops or whatever. Even though some people like Wings really take it way too seriously, but I honestly don't get a high in that. Even if I'm playing this game in co-op, I'd just rather play it solo. Sure, it may not be the most skillfully game, even though I'm technically playing on easy mode. I'm technically on the second hardest difficulty, which I've unlocked by actually playing the game. What a shock. I've also wanted to play Diablo 3 on the Xbox One, but I'd rather have a save from the 360 version just to make it a little easier, I guess. But no, kids these days would rather play Call of Duty Zombies because it's the only morally correct co-op game in existence. Kids these days don't know what fucking Gauntlet is, and that's pretty sad. I've actually been kind of curious in playing the Nintendo 64 version of Gauntlet, Dark Legends at least, or maybe the Dreamcast version. The PlayStation 1 version only has a 2-player mode, so that's pretty much the worst version without a doubt. Yeah. It's, Wings is... There was a clip of the Narcissistic compilation. The first clip just like really makes me laugh. It's all muscle fat, and he just slaps his leg. It's just, I don't know. It just really cracks me up. Apparently, there was an old like Breaking Banquet video or something, basically implying that he's doing an OnlyFans, and I would imagine it's like his OnlyFans trailer. It's all muscle fat, and you see him standing on his leg in the chair and just slapping his leg. It's so fucked. Maybe. It's, one's a narcissistic and one's, doesn't know the concept of love, nor throwing houses at glass stones now. Andy and I think Triple P made that mix up. I just find it funny. I know people don't really like him, but I honestly don't really know much about him, and the fact that he did watch Review Tech as a child apparently makes him covering Rich a lot more interesting, because he's kind of like grew up with the dude, I guess, if that makes sense, so it at least is kind of endearing. There's that chemistry, I guess. They don't really see a lot of detractors, I guess. But yeah, unless it's like another locale that like actually does play the video games and gets pretty pissed off at them, it's definitely not in my interest, honestly. Like, there's like iDubbbz or whatever, but I don't really care about that. That's just petty nonsense. Maybe the closest thing to like such things, I guess, if it would even be of any interest, are people like Birdie, or if they're even around anymore, Cinny Bear. Those people are like actually fucked. Like, actually grooming and harming young kids in their community isn't any better. Like, people like low tier Gus say he's the most stalked man in America, whatever, or that people hate him. Well, I think Birdie and Cindy Bear alone would definitely have that shit covered. But I don't really want to get into that because it's like really, really specific bullshit. Basically, the need to know basis is that they actually endanger real children and their fandom is no better. So, there you go. It's just really fucked. I honestly don't know, but if he did, that's really fucked. It's, some people just cannot contain themselves, and it's really depressing. Like, how desperate are some people, honestly? Like, they're channeling this energy into something that's, like, really fucked. And yet they want to blame, like, anything else besides the person themselves or some shit. It's like they want to get mad at Lolly and shit, but they don't get mad at the people who are actually harming people. Yeah, that did happen. I think there was a clip of that incident, but with the Persona 3 Persona summon, which was incredibly fucked. But people don't take that shit kindly when you're actually harming kids or whatever, and not like Canna the Dragon Maid or whatever, like actual kids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? But also people throw around pedophile like way too often and way too overused, like bombing a movie theater because somebody watched Dragon Ball and they saw the episode of Kid Chi-Chi or whatever her name is. Yeah, I think it was Chi-Chi, the girl in the armor or whatever. Also, I'm pretty sure people didn't like Pan because it's obvious that Toriyama was into lollies and shit, but people just didn't like Pan because she's basically the Japanese equivalent of what American shows did by having this girl that's just annoying and doesn't shut up or whatever. Honestly, I haven't watched Etika, but his passing is still pretty tragic. I know it was like really well liked, especially in the Smash community because it was like really hyped about it. But I definitely don't want to be a part of that how do you call it? That can of worms saying, "Oh yeah, I remember watching Etika." I honestly haven't, but even this passing is still tragic. Or even like with people that worked on the Harry Potter films, you know, Hagrid. Shit, what was his name? Alan Rickman. You know, those passings are still tragic. Yeah, people don't even realize it until it's too late. Even like one phone call or hello or whatever could make all the difference. It's like that one Charlie Brown song, we need more hellos and not so many goodbyes. It's also like from part of the movie that's oh yeah, I think I was told about that. I was also told about another actor that actually passed away. He was in Star Wars. Kenneth Colley. He was Admiral Piet in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. But that is pretty sad. shit. There was another very well-known actor from a show that I never really watched because it just never really interested me. The dude from Friends, that was a pretty big deal. Can't really say I'm a fan of Friends, but I know people liked him. Matthew something. But I know a lot of people really liked him, and his passing was very tragic. It's going to be a cold... not cold day in hell, no. It's going to be a really... You know, maybe cold day in hell whenever Peter Cullen passes away, the dude who voices Optimus Prime. Probably didn't word that correctly, but it's like... I really hope people actually appreciate the actors that are working now, unless they're like actually harming kids or just being an outright asshole. And not just being treated because they voice characters that people don't like or whatever. Yeah, Robin Williams' death was really tragic. And of course, piece of shit DSP to make it about himself. And even monetizing a video talking about the fucker. It's just really fucked. Or even Kobe Bryant. That was also fucked. There was a pretty fucked up incident where DSP compared losing his save in Knights of the Republic to the helicopter crash of Kobe Bryant. That was really fucked. I know some deaths actually made me really sad. DMX, I think his name is, the rapper dude that was in Def Jam Vendetta. That one really hit me hard. Biz Markie also really hit me hard, the dude who sang Just a Friend, which I know was a really popular You're the Man Now Dog meme, but also just that song in Saints 04 and how the cast was singing that song. Probably the last time the Saints actually had any soul to it, even if it was Saints 04, the game that basically is like the modern day sequel that plays exactly the same as the other games or whatever. It's yeah, locals gotta learn to keep their mouth shut, honestly. Even low tier God, whenever he plays fighting games, he doesn't remember to turn off the opponent's mic, and he wonders why he gets pissed off when people call him a Pete or whatever. It's almost as if he doesn't learn, or he intentionally does it and then acts like he's surprised. It's just bullshit. And even if he wasn't, he's just a piece of shit who can't handle losses in a video game. Like, legit. Like, I get mad, but I don't, like, tell people to off themselves or using slurs against random people, whatever. Like, that's just really fucked. Like, he'll even, like, rage quit against people who actually pay to play and whatever. Yeah, DMX made a lot of good music. Also pretty sure he's one of the few rappers that... Okay, I don't want to... I'm pretty sure he was involved with, like, a lot of drugs, but I don't think he was, like, a major felon, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't like to spew bullshit, but... Maybe not relatively clean in terms of, like, drugs, but, you know, not having, like, a major criminal record or whatever. People actually liked him. If I remember correctly. I also like how the song in Def Jam Vendetta that plays is called Intro. And I also really like the soundtrack to the game so much I actually bought the soundtrack. It even includes the songs that were in the Japanese version. Yeah, there was actually a Japanese version of Def Jam Vendetta and replaces some of the characters with others, but it's still a really good game. I know a lot of people like Fight for New York better, but I kind of prefer Vendetta. Kind of. Yeah, that's also the thing. He kept it real. That's the most important part, obviously, is the realness. I remember also buying the soundtrack to Anarchy Reigns and, of course, Legendary. That really mediocre first-person shooter, which every song sounds almost the same. But it has good music, so I bought it. I would love for like a new game like Anarchy Reigns, but I don't think we're gonna get that. We're probably gonna like at best another Bayonetta clone or whatever people enjoy, I guess. What the fuck? I think my game crashed. Wow, that's fucked. Amazing. God damn it, Kojima. Wow. Nothing I could do, dude. Yeah, the game like actually crashed. Wow. Rough Riders. Wow, dude. Ack, snort. Yo, if you ever seen This Is How You Don't Play Borderlands 1, you swear it was a playthrough from today. Like, whenever he opens the red chests have weapons in it, wow, I can't afford this, it's too much. And he talks about how you can't switch weapons with the Y button. He was using the D-pad to switch weapons. It's fucking terrible. It was really bad. This was back when he was like, you know, way before you know, back when like Modern Warfare 2 was like actually new. It's crazy. And it took him 2 hours to go through Crom's Canyon. It's terrible. Just a really bad playthrough from him, to be honest. Like, even back in his prime. Like, actually really bad. Actually, let me look up something, actually. I'm curious. Okay, so Borderlands 1 came out in October 20th of 2009, and then like a month later, Modern Warfare 2 came out. And I'm pretty sure he's mentioned playing the original Modern Warfare, but yet when he played Borderlands, it's just like his mind just completely shut off. But then when he plays Call of Duty, it's like he kind of remembers until he dies and he blames the game for his bullshit. Anyway, I didn't really lose much progress, just had to reset the game. Shocking. To be fair, there was quite a bit of traffic, but still. Also, I'm pretty sure that Call of Duty, like, of all games, that was, like, taking the thing that Borderlands kind of did with its rarity shit, even though technically Diablo did it first or whatever, or was, like, the first game of its type to really have this rarity shit. Especially in Warzone, but I actually want to do like Borderlands 2 local co-op with some friends, but unfortunately they're kind of knee deep in Call of Duty. So if it's not Call of Duty Zombies, it's like they don't know what to do. It's actually kind of sad, to be honest. I don't think Borderlands is really as hard as Call of Duty. It's just, weapons and enemies are level based, but that's really about it. But whatever. Oh, I don't know what the compass... I don't like using the compass. Well, that's your own fault. But whatever. Yeah, I actually saw that. It was fucking retarded. It's, I love Beavis and Butthead, but I don't think anyone asked for a Beavis and Butthead collab in Call of Duty. They're really fucking desperate, I swear. But yeah, people want to say that, oh, well, when Fortnite does it, they keep it fresh. There's always something new. Well, I don't think having Futurama in Fortnite is keeping it fresh. I think it's chasing trends for people who watched the show when it was actually good. So, I don't know. I think I smell bullshit and hypocrisy, to be honest. I don't want to talk about how they added Avatar to Last Airbender, honestly. Yes, the show was good back when it was on Nickelodeon, except for that one episode, but like, unless the writers can do the next chapter justice, it's only been really popular because of a certain C-19 and whatever. It's like people rediscovering, like, Mission Hill or King of the Hill, whatever. It's fucking stupid. Oh yeah, I actually saw that on social media. I actually groaned when I saw that. It's like, come on, dude. Like, if I wanted to have like characters from like other shows or whatever, I could just like find mods for Unreal Tournament and play that instead. It's almost the same thing, really. And I'm also sure there's like sound bites you can like replace whatever. Like you can get characters saying win quotes or whatever or something. It's almost the same shit. Except you're actually playing a better game. There's like a little porch that comes up, so you can like find some way to replace the picture or add your new one or whatever. You can just do the same shit. I'm pretty sure Unreal Tournament is a lot more flexible in that way. I'm also pretty sure it's just because King of the Hill is getting revived on Hulu, which I'm really looking forward to. But it is a really damn shame that we lost the actor that played John Redcorn. Even if his character in the show wasn't completely nice or whatever, but he was still a pretty good voice actor. He was even in Days Gone, I believe. And while certainly not in the same leagues as, say, Kevin Conroy, he was indeed married to a dude, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with being part of that. Wasn't exactly Instagramming about it. Just lived life like everyone else, had a career, and unfortunately, his life was taken way too soon. It's fucking sad. Apparently there's like recording lines of Kevin Conroy and yeah, I actually saw that, and he actually had a YouTube channel where he basically played Dale Gribble. It's hilarious, but now it's really sad, especially since he did like a cover of the Beatles' "Let It Be," except he replaced it with Pocket Sand, and it's just depressing. It's like the dude was essentially Dale Gribble in real life. I know that the actors that played Luann and Lucky also passed away, which is also sad. I think I was still in school when the Brittany Murphy, I think her name was, passed away. That was really sad. I didn't particularly care for Lucky as a character, but he had some pretty good episodes, I bet. But I really hope that this revival of King of the Hill will at least last a lot longer than when Mike Judge tried to reboot Beavis and Butthead, because that was kind of a shit show. I also seen the movie where they basically get sucked to a black hole, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's a bad movie, but I really hate the art style that they went with it, honestly. It's like every character besides Beavis and Butthead and maybe like the other characters from the original show, it just does not fit the art style at all. It's really stupid. Like, you can watch Beavis and Butthead Do America and you can tell that the characters and settings are within the setting that Beavis and Butthead takes place in, but then when you watch the other movie that they came out with, it's the characters do not fit the setting of Beavis and Butthead. Of course, it's also multiverse themed, but at least it was funny, so I'll allow it for now. I actually have not. Oh, if we're talking about Office Space, I don't think I've actually seen that movie. I know it's like a really good movie. I also have not watched The Office. It's I know it's like those famous clubs or whatever, but I haven't really watched The Office. But that's good. I'm sure it'll probably be worth subscribing to Hulu or whatever other methods I can find to watch it. Maybe at least it'll be marginally better than the Twisted Metal show, which I know a lot of people weren't really happy with, but those sure as shit eat up Halo and The Last of Us, so why is it a bad thing that Twisted Metal deviates away from the source material, whatever? Like, I'll admit 100% that they basically turned Needles Kane into Discount Joker, but I wouldn't say it completely is out of character, because in the original Twisted Metal, Needles Kane was basically like, you know, a clown, and it wasn't until really Twisted Metal Black, I say, where they kind of started to turn into a serial killer, so it kind of makes sense in character. It's just the way they chose to do it, like, kind of makes sense, even if they do it in a way. Honestly, I'm not really too big into horror movies. I don't like watching things that would make me uncomfortable. I know it sounds like pussy shit, but I'm not really into that sort of thing. Maybe except for something like Dead Space, where it's more suspenseful than anything. And films like Smile can just completely fuck off. Like, the fact that people shit on Blooper for making something like Silent Hill 2 when they made that one game where they basically concluded that if you have a mental illness, you're just basically on grounds to get shot. But yet they'll like something like Smile 2 and it'll basically conjures the same type of energy. It's fucking stupid. I understand there's an audience for it, but it's certainly not for me. Just don't censor for other people that actually want to watch that shit. It's a pretty good reason why I even bother with something like Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm more than well aware of what it is. It's not for me, but fuck Sony for censoring that shit. If you want to, just don't expect to have it sound on, I guess. Well, at least I'm one more level away from actually reaching the maximum level. Hopefully the Diablo Blizzard slop isn't too bad to watch. At least it's at least somewhat more interesting than watching me farm in Borderlands, I guess. Also, low-key trying to make progress in this because I was like, I'm going to try to get to the third act, but then when I started, I was basically at the end of Act 2, which is kind of sad. But since I have some company playing through and shit, I can at least make it interesting. It's also the very definition of chill, but yet people would rather favor something like Off the Grid that's like clearly not chill and clearly can't just play with your mind off whatever. I'll digress. And yes, in case you're wondering, I named my character after the Move and Soul cover too. That makes Weapon Master kind of easy, at least with Nightmare. I don't think you put spaces though, so I just gave it one word. So move they can like, you do like a sidestep and you do like a heavy, heavy. You do like a sidestep and like a vertical slash and just like disgusting damage. I didn't really like Weapon Master and Soul Calibur 2, honestly. At least in theory, and it's mainly because of the fucking dungeons they have to go through. They last way too long, and they're just annoying. The other battles are fine, I guess, but it's if there was a way to like skip the dungeons, I wouldn't really mind going for them. Oh, that's nice. Hopefully it won't be too bad wherever you're headed. But thanks for keeping me company. Hopefully you'll see other streams. They definitely made company pretty well, and also just going through this as a whole pretty tame and shit. Even if it's not the best game ever or whatever. It was also good talking to you, even on Discord. I'll probably finish up this mission, and then I'll probably get off too, because I'm not going to get much traffic at this time. Not exactly super popular, so I'm not going to get all the recognition yet, but hopefully soon. Thank you. You too. I'll have to post that clip I mentioned really quick. Just give me a second. I actually downloaded it. I went back into the Abyss and got the clip I wanted. It's only like maybe like a sec, not like maybe. You'll just give me a second. At least watch it before you get going. If I can find it. Fuck. Damn it. Let me just download another video really quick. If I can. Might be in this folder. Here we go, DW Helper. And no, oh, fuck. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go back into the fucking site again. But yeah, there was like a video I made that I uploaded onto the XCOM back when I was still using it. Or I made like a little funny video. I'll post on this really quick. Here we go. I'm gonna mute it so I don't spoil the surprise. I wanted to post it on YouTube, but because of how annoying copyright is, I don't want to get in too much flack. So I'm gonna post it very quick. Here we go. It should work, I hope. I'll go ahead and tag everyone. There we go. If you recognize the music, you are a legend. Shit. All of a sudden I have the AC on because I'm starting to sweat. Am I even, like, going the right way? I highly doubt it. Wow. Well, I'll do this, I guess, and then I'm gonna get off. Can you feed it now, Mr. Krabs? No. I don't feel it, SpongeBob, boy. So fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna play it, because I need a little bit of motivation right now. That fucking clip. I don't know, I just find it really funny, honestly. Oh shit, I got an even better armor. That's actually 3. But this has better attack and shit, so I might wear that instead. Titan's Grasp. Very funny. Wait, why did I have that equipped? What the fuck? I don't even know. I really wish I knew, to be honest. Alright, let's just sell this shit. But yeah, let me finish up this quest. I'm gonna get off for the night. Alright, thankfully this mission is easy, but like I said, I'm definitely getting off after this. I'm tired, it's late, and it's, rather do other things, and you can, like, listen to them without worry of bullshit. Okay, here we go. It's the ballistics, Leon. How about fuck you, Leon? Piece of shit. Okay, I also definitely got to make sure to install the Diablo 3 expansion disc or whatever. I'll definitely do that before I go to bed. Fuck. I keep dying a lot. Like I said, it's not hardcore mode, so I really don't care. Yeah, I think it's the last one, so I'm gonna destroy it and then head back to the base and then go to bed. I'll at least destroy this legendary first. Damn. Okay. It's gonna be it for now. I am tired. So I'm gonna go do this and then I will be on out of here.